loving life's little blessings. Today we're going to be making a really fun takeout box. It's going to look something like this, and we're going to decorate it up. When you get it, it's going to come like this, and there's going to be 6 takeout boxes in the package, okay? So what you're going to want to do to start out, it does come with these instructions. I just have, it's those sitting over here. And then what I like to do is just take my bone folder and just begin to fold all these. It's already scored for you. So those are the easiest, those on the outside. And then you can see that there is this part of the box, and then there's some diagonal scores. And what I like to do is just lift up, and it will naturally kind of bend up the way it's supposed to, but I just go through and do all these sides. I did put mine together with hot glue. I just tend not to mess with any other kind of adhesive when it comes to boxes like this. So now that these are scored, you can just bring in the sides like this, and I bring it together and I just pinch it to kind of get that folded. Do that with all of the sides. Just like that. Now we can start with our hot glue. We're going to start in one of the corners, and I put a bunch of hot glue right there, and then I fold it up. And the cardboard's pretty thick, so I didn't find that I got burnt or anything by holding that together. If the hot glue seeps out, you will get burnt, so be careful. So then on the inside, you see that there's a flap right here. So now I just come in. I use my bone folder to push that down. Hopefully, you can't see if I do that. Okay, so I just hold this flap up like this. We put the hot glue in that, and then you push it together. I like to do it flat down because then, sorry, all of a sudden it got dark. The clouds came in. Sorry. Okay, so you can see that in there. So then I just take my bone folder and I kind of smooth out that hot glue so it's not clumped together in one spot, and then that gives it a better crease. So one more time I'll show you, and then I'm gonna come back and decorate the box. So hot glue right on one of those corners. That's why it's easier if you will push down all where it's scored, if you'll go ahead and fold it and grab your bone folder and make it a really nice tight crease before you start with the hot glue. It makes it easier to, when you get the hot glue on there, then it tends to fold in easier. So then more hot glue right there. And I'm just working pretty quickly. I'm sorry that it's a little bit difficult to see because that hot glue does dry pretty quick. So then just in with my bone folder again, and then you can see that it just comes together very easily. All the flaps are down, and then it's really sturdy, okay? So I'm gonna finish putting all 6 of these boxes together, and then I'm gonna come back and we're gonna decorate the boxes really cute. All right, everybody, I'm back. I've put all my boxes together. They're just stacked up nicely. And then I've decided how I'm going to decorate them. Deciding how to decorate these, it was a little bit tricky. I really had to kind of sit down and just do a few things to kind of get what I wanted, get the look that I wanted. And I'm not going to put any adhesive down on the pattern paper we're using because I'm going to put cookies in this. And so I'll need to open them back up. But let me show you what I did. This is the pattern paper I'm using. It is from the Stampin Up Halloween paper. I love this. You guys have seen me use it a ton. And so I am just going to go ahead and close this box. That won't be a problem. They open and close really, really easy. So just like that. And it kind of tapers at the bottom. And so that can be kind of challenging. So I cut this paper. It was a 12 by 12 sheet of paper. And then I just cut it at 2.5. So all I did was take it right across the top, and then I just pinched it down at each of the ends. And you just kind of have to, once you're putting adhesive on this, it'll be a lot easier. Okay, so that's the pattern paper that I'm going to use. Then we're going to do a few different things. The first thing we're going to do is take some Tangelo Twist. This is a current in color. And I'm using Mingle All the Way. And you guys have seen me use this sentiment before. It's the Halloween sentiment on that. And then I'm going to go ahead and use my 2.5 inch punch. This is exactly what I did with this stamp last time. And then I'm going to layer it onto, this is a piece of Blackberry Bliss. I used my star framelit to get the layer. And you guys have seen me do that before. I did that on the last card. Alright, so now that we have that layered, I'm going to take my hole punch. And I'm going to put a hole right at the top there. Just like that, okay? So the next thing I did is I cut this little guy out of my Cricut. Can you believe I used my Cricut again? I was so excited to cut this little guy out. He's on, oh, I'll put the name of the Cricut cartridge I used up here because I can't remember. It's one of two, and I can't remember what I ended up using. So I cut him at 3 inches. I'm going to use some Smoky Slate ink and a sponge dauber, and I'm just going to ink around the edges. So I've inked around the edges. I can say that I'm definitely going to be using my die cut machine a lot more. I took a 1.25 inch punch and I just took some basic black paper and I'm going to put this behind him for some eyes. Just so his eyes pop more. Just like that, and then I'll just rub off the rest of that adhesive. And then I'm taking my white gel pen. I am really far away, guys, sorry. White gel pen and adding a little bit to his eyes. Okay, and so now I have my box. Oh, that's why I was far away, so you guys can see the box. Okay, so here's my box. There'll be adhesive on this, but we're just gonna pretend for right now. I'm going to grab some of my thick baker's twine. That on there, and then what we're gonna do is take our ghost, and I'll probably put him just like this, and I'll put adhesive on him when I'm ready to stick that down, and he'll go right there on the box, just like that. So there'll be treats inside and the little tag and the little ghost. I think it turned out super cute. I love it. So I'm really excited to get back to using my Cricut and get back to cutting things out and doing fun things. I've really missed it, and I'm finally at a place where I can get it out again. And I'm thinking about getting a silhouette, a cameo silhouette, and we'll just see. We'll see what the future holds for that. And as always, you guys, I'll be back on Friday with Memory Keeping Friday and something new to share with you guys. And thanks for coming by and hanging out with me, and I will chat with you later.